the movie starts, and a very disturbing film called The Human Centipede is shown on television. Bill is the warden of a prison, and a man named Butler is his accountant. Butler shows this film to his boss, but he doesn't like it much. Bill's secretary says that she liked the film very much. Bill scolds her harshly and tells her to get out of his office. In reality, Bill was a psychopath and couldn't handle the prisoners in the jail. The prisoners did not respect Bill, so, to create fear in them, he was very cruel to them. Bill's phone rings, and he learns that a prisoner has attacked his junior officer. Hearing this, Bill goes to the lockup area. On the way, the accountant Butler tells him that there isn't much money in his account. If these prisoners continue to be violent and fight each other, their medical costs will increase, and it's also possible that he might lose his job. Bill doesn't pay any attention to him. As soon as he enters the lockup, the prisoners start making fun of him. He vents all his anger on the prisoner who had injured his junior officer. He twists his arm so hard that his arm breaks, and his elbow bone becomes visible, upon which the prisoner screams, and all the other prisoners start cursing and swearing at Bill again. Bill comes to his office and is very worried due to his humiliation. He thinks of new ways to punish the prisoners. He thinks of hanging them upside down and releasing insects on their bodies. But Butler warns him again about the huge expenses that will be incurred on their treatment. Just then, their secretary brings him a parcel imported from Africa. There was something strange in this parcel that made him feel powerful after eating it. On the other hand, Bill's phone rings, and someone threatens him a lot. Bill gets scared but then realizes that it's the work of a prisoner. He finds the prisoner and catches him. He ties a cloth on his face and pours 3 buckets of very hot water on it. This causes his face to burn, and his skin sticks to the cloth that Bill had put on his face. When the government learns about this news, the governor warns Bill in the prison, saying, "I am giving you 2 weeks. After that, I will come, and everything should be normal. But if it's not, then he will fire him from his job." Saying this, he leaves. As soon as he leaves, Bill becomes very angry and calls all the prisoners. He takes a prisoner into the jail and removes some parts of his body with a hot knife. He sends these to be cooked for lunch, and surprisingly, he eats them in lunch as well. After this, Bill visits the hospital and goes to the same prisoner whose face he had poured water on. Bill removes his bandages to see his burnt face, causing his skin to stretch again, and he starts crying in pain. In the evening, Bill and Butler discuss ways to torture the prisoners to create fear in them. Butler says, "Why don't we turn the prisoners into a human centipede like in this film, The Human Centipede? Their lips should be sewn to the backs of others so that no prisoner can riot again. No money will be wasted on their food or medical care either. This will also have the advantage that all the prisoners will sit on their knees and respect you." But Bill doesn't like this idea and insults him, telling him to leave. Bill is very worried about the prisoners' behavior and keeps drinking alcohol. At night, he dreams that all the prisoners have attacked him and are taking revenge on him. After this dream, he gets scared and immediately orders to meet the director of this film. He also comes to meet him soon. Bill meets the director with the doctor of this jail, and he asks if this can really be made. Upon this, they replied that yes, medically it is possible, and they have spoken to a hospital where this can be done. He shows this report to the doctor, upon which he says, "Yes, this is medically possible, but there is a risk of infection. Therefore, if all the prisoners are given vitamin or nutritional injections, then it is 100% possible." Hearing this, Bill immediately agrees. Butler says that the prisoners' teeth should not be removed, and a tube should be inserted into their mouths through which the waste matter of the next person goes into their mouths, and their lips should be sewn shut. Instead of removing the ligaments of their knees, they should be given injections so that they can be temporarily paralyzed. Despite stretching the skin of their backs, we should put leather straps on them so that there are no marks when they are freed. Bill agrees, but the director tells them that they can adopt his concept on one condition, that he will also be present there during the operation. Bill makes him the operation in charge. Bill called his surgical team because the operation was about to begin soon. Bill thinks about showing this film to the prisoners, and then he will tell them about this operation so that his fear settles in their minds. But all the prisoners get scared and attack Bill. Bill has to run to save his life. All the prisoners go to Bill's office, but Bill goes and sits under a tree. Before the rescue team arrives, all the prisoners attack his secretary and kill her. After some time, the police force arrives there and locks the prisoners back in jail. Bill comes with his stun gun and stuns all the prisoners and orders to create a human centipede. According to the doctor, some men are not fitting into the human centipede. he calls Bill to check them. One of these patients has a stoma and excretes his feces through an artificial hole in his stomach. Bill puts his gun in this hole and kills him. He kills all the patients who are not eligible for the human centipede. Now, the centipede operation was ready, and the director also arrived there. He watches this horrific operation in front of his eyes. Bill shows him one more thing that was even more horrifying than the centipede operation. Some prisoners' arms and legs were being separated from their bodies. Seeing this, the director starts vomiting. After a few days, the world's largest human centipede is created. Just then, the governor arrives to investigate the violence happening in the jail. But Bill shows him his human centipede, which was spread all over the ground. Seeing this, the governor is astonished. But Butler tells him that this punishment can save their money because they will not need to eat food and will be easy to handle, nor will they commit any crime for the rest of their lives. Meanwhile, Butler sees Bill's secretary in the human centipede, who was clearly shown as dead. Bill dismisses it by calling it a gender test. Now, Bill takes the governor to the prisoners who had been sentenced to death. These were the same prisoners whose arms and legs had been cut off and who had been turned into a limbless centipede. After this, Bill tells the governor that the prisoners who have completed their sentences will be removed from the centipede. There will be nothing but small marks on their lips and backs. Due to Bill's cruelty, the governor sentences him to death and leaves. Enraged, Bill kills the doctor and Butler. The governor comes again and tells him that his idea is very good. Bill goes to the field and shouts happily in front of the prisoners. Just then, the movie ends.